Politics with Laura here. Hey, hey. Look, before I get into what I'm going to talk about, I got a little gripe. Um, you Gen Zers, I went to go get my iced, my venti iced coffee white mocha. Yes, this is a complaint, Starbucks. I didn't ask for an iced white mocha. No, I asked for coffee. Iced coffee, not a shot of coffee, but iced regular coffee, and you add some white mocha. That's it. Then when I brought it, my daughter brought it to my attention how she was making it, and then barista got an attitude with me, and I said, "No, I asked for iced coffee, white mocha." She said, "That's what that is," and I said, "I'm sorry, I don't. I always ordered it like this, and I got this. I didn't know they changed the name." Manager had a little funky attitude. The barista had a funky attitude. But however, there's a nice young lady in there because also because I asked for no whipped cream. And she was nice enough. I said, and I asked for no whipped cream. And they just were looking at me like, "Hey, picky much? No." And plus, they charged me for iced white mocha, which is way more than an iced coffee white mocha. $2 difference. So the lady scooped it out for me, and I gave her a $3 tip for being a decent human being and good customer service. But the other two I'm going to leave that out. But it's my guilty pleasure. I try to have one once a week. I would do it every day, but then I'll be working with them. But I would have a better attitude. I would know the recipes. Okay, I'm done complaining. I'm really done complaining. I'm done. Um, I want to talk about something that I made a video a little while back. They were talking about the liberal media, conservative media, and then there's the real facts and information. I look at all of it and I know when to pick out what's true and what's a lie because all reporters have to base all their info off of the truth. Now, after that truth, there may be a sentence or two, and everything else may be their liberty. But they talked about Putin and him and Putin's army being such a disarray, and I'm thinking, okay, this propaganda. And yes, I'm calling it propaganda because it is. Every time we open up our mouth, it's propaganda. And I'm just like, okay, the liberal media, why are you putting this out there? Why are you saying that that Putin's military, they have what was it, 40 miles and all of the, what do you call it, trucks or whatever they have are breaking down and no ammu and I went along with it for a little bit. But like I said in the previous video, I like doing updates. And here's my update. Okay, I had this whole presentation, did the video, did the playback, no sound. Can it get any worse? And it did. Jacob's ladder, when things can get worse, they normally do. I know that isn't the original saying, but it gets to the point. Now over there in Russia and the ukulele country that I can't say the name, And I happen to like ukuleles, so I'm gonna leave it as that. It's a positive thing. No negative pun, anything of that sort. Now, the ukulele president and President Putin, there's a lot going on there, and there's so much manipulation going on in the ukulele country, especially back in 2013. Now, whenever something terrible's going on, normally the United States has something or a lot to do with it, or if not the instigators, it's just what it is. If you can't tell the truth about your country, then you're part of the problem. Now, I've been looking at a lot of news with inside the United States, and it is so terrible. It's so terrible because everything is so left leaning. Everything is this way. You can't get much in the middle, just stating facts, not adding the sugar honey iced tea on the left side, on the right side, they're sugar honey iced tea. But I'm going to stop complaining. Now, one thing that we do know is that the ukulele country, there's a concerted effort on the side of the United States to put out a lot of information, or shall I say, disinformation for people to believe about the ukulele country, and that Russia has some of the most uneducated people. Their military is next to none, and everything is just doom and gloom over there. But then you got to stop and ask yourself one question, if you critically think, or somewhat. If it was so terrible over there, you got to stop and ask yourself one question, if you critically think, or somewhat. If it was so terrible over there, you had a lot of American companies over there. You had our president, Joe Biden, over there, that oil company, the laptop, and who really needs to be investigated. But I'm going to leave that alone right there. I want to keep my channel because you can't say too much truth about the Biden situation. And I dare to say it would have to be approved before it goes out into mainstream media. That's what I think. I'm leaning to think that way because okay, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down the Hunter Biden rabbit hole now that they're letting people out on some drug offenses, but they still didn't pick him up for him using crack. And people went to jail for a long time for crack, but he could simply walk around and we're not saying nothing about it. Well, I am. But okay, I'm gonna leave that one there. Ukraine. Oh, ukulele country. Now, when I was talking about propaganda, they were saying that the Russian military had 40 miles long of people coming in, and it was all kinds of equipment problems, um, military guys, Russian military just giving up. The weapons didn't work. None of those things. It was complete disaster. It was like they were non-thinking people, just zombies. Pick up, put down, pick up. We know there's way more to it than that. We know it. Now, the ukulele country, there are no independent news. It's just what they put out. Right. in the wintertime. There is no such thing as roads when it comes to ice and snow. You can go over anything. You don't have to stick to the dirt roads or the mud or getting stuck in mud. No, straight snow. Then Russia just Putin, he just turned off the oil and gas. Um, I don't know what to say for you all, Europe. Besides, it's going to be a very, very cold winter. Not only is it going to be a very, very cold winter for you over there, it's going to be a very, very rough winter over here in the United States. The storms, I'll leave that alone. Um, this is what I think. Here's a picture of what I believe would be one of those gas and oil trucks that would follow the Russian troops to continuously making sure that they have gas and everything what they need. They will follow along. For an example, no matter where you are in the world, there is a plane. Its sole purpose is to ensure that other planes have gas. They hook it up, plink, plink, put the gas in there, and keep on flying. Why not on the battlefield? Why is that so hard to believe? And if you look at this picture here, take a good look at the way the ukulele president is looking at Putin. Putin's looking forward, thinking, this is me thinking, it hasn't begun yet. You think this? Fine, think it. But I could push you all the way to Germany. Okay, Germany was the first thing that popped in my mind. And Zelensky's looking like this. Oh, I mean, the ukulele president. The ukulele president is looking like this. Huh, what are you thinking? But there's way more to the story. We're only getting little drops here, little nuggets here. We're not getting the full truth. Even if it is what they say it is, and that right there, in my opinion, is up to question. It's questionable. One thing I have learned about global politics, especially when the US has something to do with it, they are like NASA, never a straight answer. You'll never get it. Even if you do, it's going to be 70 years later when everyone's dead and you can't question everything. And then by that time, the people that lived it are dead. And the people that are left are the ones who have vague memories, are only relying on what the news says. It's going to be something 70 years from now, people writing, well, Russia sends their troops into the ukulele country and they're just giving up. They're just giving up. They're handing over their weapons. All of their military equipment's breaking apart. You got them stalled out on the road. 40-mile long of military people coming in, and the trucks are just breaking down old equipment. Then on the other side, you look, the ukulele country is really kicking butt. Hey, Germany, could you please give us some weapons? Hey, France, could you train my people? But kicking butt. Okay. I was born in the morning. But I wasn't born this morning, and I believe you all feel the same way. Just a thought. That was my thoughts on that, just an update. But more is getting ready to happen, and winter is almost here. When that ground freezes and that snow is on the ground, you're going to see a different Russia. That's what I think. Tell me, what do you think? I want to thank you for stopping by because you could be anywhere, but you decide to stay here with me and listen to my video because politics runs the world. Now, whether if you agree with the politics or not, put something down in the comment section. Whether if you agree or disagree with me, that is okay. We can agree to disagree, or we can agree to agree. So please help me get to 500 subscribers, and then help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you for stopping by.